มาลุยต่อก่อนที่เพราะพรุ่งนี้มันก็ 4.0 แล้วซึ่งเนื้อเรื่องกูยังอยู่ 3.4 อยู่เลยคือไม่ใช่อะไรนะอย่างน้อยให้แบบ MC ความทรงจำกูได้แบบมีท่าพิเศษก็ยังดีแต่อันนี้คือยังไม่มีเลยท่าพิเศษไอ้ท่าหนังสือยังไม่มีเลยไม่รู้ว่าอันนี้โค้ดนี้จะใช้ได้หรือเปล่าครับนะทุกคนขออนุญาตใส่โค้ดก่อนที่เหมือนมีไว้เหมือนมีโค้ดให้อะไรครับป่ะฮะไม่รู้ได้ปะไม่ได้จริงด้วยถ้างั้นก็ใส่รัวๆเลยสิครับอย่างนี้ไม่รู้ครับว่าไม่รู้ครับแต่ของฟรีคือกูเอาแน่นอนครับโอ้300 เจนจริงด้วยไม่รู้ครับใส่ไปแล้วครับมาเดี๋ยวถ้ากับว่ากูได้โรเพิ่มแต่เท้ากูจะสุ่มไหมไม่พอแล้ว
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
ยัดแค่โคตรเก่งโคตรเท่แต่ถามว่ากูสุ่มเท่าไหร่กูไม่ได้สุ่ม
Nice moves.
Light up the dawn.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last. I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down there.
The second thing to note? Only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp. Duck's Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's you.
You know them? Good.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, the Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealans. Don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
Then Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you... So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treby?
How?
How is this possible?
He got it.
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in...
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treby. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth. And you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse. And history, through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction. And I was ready to pour all my strength into it. But the condition was this. In the upcoming, I had to prove that my power could transcend. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terra, but this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the... Yes,
ทุกคนขอไปห้อง
in
น้ำ
that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future. But tell me, if that's truly the case, The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the... Why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just... Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12, I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive. After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself that day. Who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, but its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path, and my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No, it's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons, paths. What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history...
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycle. Too bad. Now only you...
What's that supposed to mean?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles...
I've already heard the same thing.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in past cycles.
Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down.
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason. And take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of truth. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world. This is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go.
Core Flame Thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the grove with nothing but empty threat?
This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor? Oh, please don't. Aw, don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And
Sounds like you have a plan.
of course, when I first set out on the flame chase journey, but along the way,
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
you've arrived, Zacharias. Always so punctual.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief.
Save. You think, if you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporius has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through.
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos heir.
I've come this far. And that's...
But someday you will.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eye, but before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker.
You...
This is the final war.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to
Bartolos!
Brat, if you got the guts, you...
No other choice but forward. The future will come. I'm fine. For tomorrow. Rebel core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn.
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. It always... And then, driven by defiance or hatred, exactly like the countless past hers I've known.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe no one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this.
All right, then.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cyphera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to sing.
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming...
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter, make your biggest effort to resist. Or accept fate, even if it's futile, you.
Yes. Even if it is futile. And the world...
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own two legs, even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134, the traveler and the scholar, or perhaps it wasn't just they who, in the endless darkness, for no reason, losses are a constant on the flame chase, reduced to ashes. Such a familiar, it happens in every journey.
นี่มึงจะวนลูปเยอะแค่ไหนเยอะเหลือเกินเนาะการวนลูปเนี่ยเยอะเหี้ยเยอะไม่รู้จะเยอะไปไหน
You don't look so good. Deliver.
Even after going through 108,000 sick mighty, your name for me has never...
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory...
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot. And the
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you,
never.
then they died honorably. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely...
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. That
I'll keep that in mind.
even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the... Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance. Martyrs, behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself. The future will come. I'm fine.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish. Oh, Lord, I salute you.
That's all I ever wanted.
Quench the flames of blood.
Doja, Kyrios.
Is that all? Her agony! Quench the flames of blood. Branded with strife.
If you can, deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own.
Her agony! Is that all? The flames are not strong as the other night. All stars burn to ash. Feel the scorching hatred. Quench the flames of blood.
Doja, Kyrios.
Branded with strife. Quench the flames of blood. Her agony! Quench the flames of blood. Branded with strife. And bold. I'll never yield to fate. Quench the flames of blood.
Doja, Kyrios.
Is that all? Her agony! The sun tear the sky! Mighty Moose. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn. Or curse of immortality!
You may crown yourself shall once again.
The 108,000. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed. The blaze was still not enough, even if it meant.
คือกูไม่รู้นะว่าทำไมมันถึงต้องแบบย้อนวนลูปตั้ง33 ครั้ง33 ล้านครั้งไงเงี้ยคือแบบคือมันเยอะไปไหม
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next.
Golden blood is born from the destruction only by feeding the flames.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol.
No matter. I will bear this burden as long as you hand over the core.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and will never again suffer.
Unnecessary death, indeed. You are not the Feinen I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can...
In the end, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that even Kethali cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, and it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy depths. At this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
It's time to temper myself. For tomorrow! I'm fine.
I ask you to rest here!
I must transform my soul into a raging fire.
All of this. How is it any different from that brutal future?
Empty shell! Hail the new dawn!
I can't keep him here.
So without substance. Empty shell! The sun tear the sky! All stars burn to ash! So without substance.
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Let this be a tribute to after your million struggles.
Wake up, lost one. See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
The core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame. It should shine upon all. Light the path ahead. And illuminate the dawn of Amphorius that's to come. 2 million. 24 million. As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could...
You're here.
You're still lingering.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond. If it's just a traveler with no connection to Amphorius.
Your thoughts are wavering. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage. Never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been?
4 million.
Then that blaze inside of you must be...
Yes. When I first forged the destruction, a power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my... And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Mind...
In every new cycle, a new me is all I have to do. Is push the next Finant to the end. Then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path? How can you ensure...
If it were Professor Anaxa... Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet but even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. I never forget what set me up.
Wait, you mean...
Not once, in millions of cycles, has there ever been.
คืออะไรตอนเนี้ยคือมึงจะ10 ล้านครั้งแล้วนะ ตอนนี้คือแม่งจะ10 ล้านครั้งละ ตอนนี้ไอ้
I can do this as the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard.
The black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this
Now, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness.
Hyacinthia. I swear, your deaths will be just as they have never been.
The sun's work.
Chrysos air of world bearing. It's just... I don't understand. The part of that warmth that should come from you.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker compared to the blazing fire.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept to everyone's wishes, even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, over and over.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all... Lord Kazlana. So that without flaw, that is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation, you lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected, I suppose. That makes me the...
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. May the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius. Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
Crushed and torn!
The fire! Burning!
Hear the sky! Empty sea! Solid substance! Sun tear the sky!
Let the sky merge with all this world's suffering. Farewell, Hyacinthia.
Yes, your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world...
The core flame rose. The sky fell. And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. This was the end of the world. For a moment, I saw that being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fear. Is this Amphorius' wrath? If its choice has already been made, I will still never yield to it. 23,570,000 cycles. No more chasing is needed. And now, the flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. Then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world until another dawn rises on the distant horizon.
ใช้คำว่าอีกหนึ่งครั้งเรื่องอันนี้ก็จะเป็นยุคปัจจุบันของเราวะ
33,550,000. This is the cycle.
Countless memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood.
They all needed a moment, just like you do, to stop. And just like them, you will carry those memories.
I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you and then fight the
Yes, that's always the
I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash, I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me.
Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too.
Where you only exist in my heart.
Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. You finally found him.
Friend. I see. You were there all. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home.
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius' fate, it's all been for the sake of defying that end. In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to.
I never had a choice.
I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable.
Turns out, the fire that lights the way.
Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of, and when hesitation took hold? What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, do you still remember it?
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past.
Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without... If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate. Good. In that case, even so...
If he takes on the weight of the whole, I'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps, and if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner. Thank you for all you've done already, friend. The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart. Finally. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just lend me the power of time and send this hero back to the origin of time. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the Count.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun, even if all of you burns to ash?
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wish, and let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you. Fuel you. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end. Bow your head to them.
Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold and never tarnish. Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. Kaslana, the name of one who bears chaos, as the prophecy foretold. You will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks.
Another attempt, another fail. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33 million.
A perfect number. How? If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence yours? Your silence lasts long. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we... So tell me, Lycurgus.
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world, but you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you... That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Erano. Lord Finan.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh... Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the... Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle, because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my... Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The pain... In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest. By its faint glow, once again, no countless time. Now, a sun is about to fall. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. Nanook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, if I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash! you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
เคยเห็นแล้วแต่ถามว่าใส่ไปแล้วเขาบอก
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, echo of desires, a world of silence, sound of desperation, phantoms in the shadows, tear it down, embrace a detonation, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain of reaching for you.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
then send them on to tomorrow.
Your heart harbors wrath. You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. I have from the beginning of the experiment, there were after 33,550,000. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final, but there is but after fate has begun to turn, his existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you.
มานี่ก็มาแล้วจิปือมาแล้วจ้าเดี๋ยวขอเอาแท็กออกก่อนนะนี่คืออะไรเนี่ยเหมือนเป็นเครื่องนี่ปะสงสารไพนอนมาข่าวซึมก็โดนวนลูปหูกี่ครั้งอะแล้วครั้งนี้คือเพิ่งมีการเปลี่ยนแปลงตรงที่โอ้โหอะไรวะเนี่ยยินดีต้อนรับนะอะไรวะเนี่ยอันนี้ถามจริงนะอันเนี้ยคือเครื่องของ Iron Tomb ที่เป็นของไอ้รายการปะ เนี่ยตัวแปรทำให้นี่ตัวแปรก็คือพวกเรา3 คนอัปเดตมหาการเมมเปิดสิทธิ์เข้าถึงอ๋อเมื่อคือไอ้เครื่องนี้เตลิด้ายังไม่เห็นนะในเรื่องอันนี้เพิ่งเห็นแล้วเห็นหมดทุกคนแล้วมังกรสถาปัตภีนี่ตั้งเหิงเหรอส่วนนี้ก็น่าจะเป็นในส่วนของมาร์คเซเว่นหรือเอวีไนท์สินะรางวัลจากผู้เขียนตอนนี้เหลือจุดสุดท้ายแต่ไม่รู้ว่าจุดสุดท้ายอ่ะคืออะไรคืออะไรไม่อะไรก่อน
The solemn Honkai.
โอเคขอเลื่อนออกไปแล้วกันเพราะว่าผมขอไม่อ่านเพราะว่ามันนานจริงๆมันนานแบบนี้คิดว่าน่าจะจุดสุดท้ายง่ายๆไซรีนยังไงก็เป็นไซรีนอยู่แล้วอ่ะเพราะว่าคนสุดท้ายยังไงก็ต้องไปหมดโดยที่ไซรีนจะเป็นคนสุดท้ายที่ยังอยู่ในนี่ถูกบังคับให้แบบอยู่จนช่วงนี้แหละโอเคครั้งแรกดีเดี๋ยวกูค่อยกลับมาดูพรุ่งนี้ทั้งหมดละกันนะแต่ตอนเนี้ยกูขอกลับไปเล่นในเรื่องให้จบก่อนเพราะตอนเนี้ยคือพรุ่งนี้แม่งจะ 4.0 แล้วกูยังอยู่ที่แพท 3.5 อยู่เลยอะ
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! Wake up!
อ๋อโค้ดพวกนั้นผมใส่ไปแล้วใส่ตั้งแต่ตอนต้นไลน์เลยครับเพราะว่าไปดู Facebook แล้วจู่ๆมีคนขึ้นมาแล้วก็ผมก็เลยเอาอันที่คุณบอกไปใส่ให้กับให้พวกรุ่นน้องแทนละ
You're finally awake.
ใส่ไปแล้วครับ
We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, that's right. At this very moment, my memory, after watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus.
นี่ก็
Little
พวก
by
เราฉลาด
little.
มากเลยครับทุกความจริงเราก็ไม่ได้ฉลาดขนาดนั้นหรอกเอาจริง
You're smart. You must, or maybe. You knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all, huh? That's because I'm simple at heart. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way. Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th
กูอยากรู้ว่าในชีวิตจริงไงไอ้แค่คนย้อนเวลาแค่ครั้งเดียวอะแล้วไปรับรู้คนที่เป็นอดีตกับคนที่แบบว่าโดนกระทำชำเรามาอย่างเงี้ยตลอดอะทั้งปีอะของเขาอะไอ้แค่นั้นเราก็ชิบหายแล้วอะเราก็เหนื่อยแล้วอะแล้วมีสภาพคนที่ต้องโดนวนลูป33 ล้านครั้งอะไอ้คือแบบมึงต้องแบบว่าอดทนอดกั้นขนาดไหนอะ
Crossing time itself to my mission ends here. But looking back, I still feel lucky, after all, across 30 million Sirenes. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Sirene waiting for
ทำไม
you.
ตอนคำอังกฤษเขาใช้ว่าไซรีนี่วะแต่เวลาทุกคนพูดก็ว่าไซรีน
And in the one after that, and the one
แต่
after
บางก็ต่อ
that.
ไปก็โดนอะไรกันเมมกูจะกลายเป็นไซรีนแล้วสินะ
Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace without even realizing it. We'd already taken a wonderful journey. Now take my hand. Say a brief farewell. Go. Find the future Sirene. And set out on another journey. No need to say it out loud. It's time to go,
ใช่
my
เราจะเป็น
dear
คนสวย
friend.
แล้ว
May your trailblazing journey always
มาได้เวลาแล้วครับไซรีน
and
กูจัก
may
เม
the
ม
days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff. Forever
ตลอด
warm.
ไปเหมือนแมวสินะ
For
มาไหน
now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you.
บ้านเกิดไฟ
Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
มาแล้วไซรีนกูอย่างน้อยก็มาในเวอร์ชั่นไอ้นี่นะเอ๊ะเอาสมบัติก่อนก็ไปคุยกับน้อง
Hello. Your surprised expression is just like what the memories recorded. Maybe I'm both? Just kidding. If I had to choose, then I'm probably closer to the latter. It's pretty unbelievable for me, too. It's like I had a long dream. Cyrene's memories and Mem's memories, they're all tangled together. But when I woke up, there were only broken fragments left.
ไปแล้วนะคะโอเคไว้เจอกันครับผมก็จะเล่นต่อไปเรื่อยๆนะเพราะว่าอันเนี้ยน่าจะใกล้จบของ
I can't remember what happened in those 30 million cycles,
เพราะว่า
but I remember
ความ
what
จริงอ่ะ
you
ผม
did
ต้อง
for
เล่น
this
ให้ถึง
world.
3.7 แต่ก็ไปเล่น 3.8 แต่ถ้าผมจะเล่น 3.8 อย่างน้อยให้ผมไปเล่น 3.7 ก่อนเรื่อง 3.7 นั้นน่าจะนานเห็นบอกว่าเป็นมีแต่นาปะ
Like, didn't you wish for me to turn into a pretty girl back at the Grove?
ใช่ๆขอฉันกลายเป็นสาวน้อยหรือเปล่า
Yep. Isn't it amazing? It's like a seed finally grew up and
แต่ไว้
became
เจอ
a
กันใหม่ครับผม
flower. And I'm definitely as cute as a flower now.
ส่วนพรุ่งนี้แน่นอนว่าผมก็จะได้เล่นตัวดอทสักทีนะพรุ่งนี้ผมรอพรุ่งนี้ไม่ไหวแล้ว
There's so much I want to say, but unfortunately, this isn't the time to reminisce. With the memories of the previous flame chase still intact, we've returned to this place at the beginning of time, so we can carry out our promise to Finan. The descent of Iron Tune may be looming over the horizon, but we still have a chance to change everything.
ไอรอนทูเอ้ยเจอกล่องสมบัติต้องไปเอา
Ivy Siliciae is so quiet. In Cyrene's memories, she always sits alone by the lake, gently. Yes, Finan too embarked on his journey because of this view. He then walked alone for more than 30 million cycles. Thankfully, you arrived during his long wait, friend. Is that also why Cyrene did what she did? It sounds weird, doesn't it? It's something that happened to me, but I'm talking as if I'm an observer. But that's just what those memories are like. Vague and unclear, as if encased in thick ice. Emphorius will fall into an ending of destruction after the next Era Nova. But those stories went out of fashion ages ago. In a proper romantic epic, the hero... That's right. He's the mastermind who's trying to control everything. How unforgivable. But I still feel a bit anxious. Lygus chose to walk into the spotlight and reveal everything, which means he still thinks the current situation is under his control. Maybe he still has an ace up his sleeve. Think about it. Even the name Lycurgus is a fake one. We have no idea who or what he really is. Which means it's probably time to borrow that treasure. Yep, that Intellitron friend did say, when required,
It can also serve as a bridge for communications between the internal and external world. ID Ciliciae is a little village enclosed by time. We might be able to... Why don't we give it a try? We should at least... Firstly, we need to find a well-hidden spot.
ขออนุญาตนะครับ ขออนุญาตวิ่งไปเอาสมบัติก่อน
How does this compare to the ones you've seen before?
เอาเจอนี่ด้วย ไม่เล่นแล้วเนื้อลงเรื่องมานี่ก่อนดิ ดูเล่นจริงเลยกูเป็นไงได้ด้วยโอ้โหแล้วบอกเลยว่า
Wanna take some pictures?
มันมีอันนึงอ่ะสมบัติที่มันอยู่แถวๆเนี้ยแต่ว่าช่างมันก่อนแล้วกันเดี๋ยวค่อยเก็บขออนุญาตไปทำเดี๋ยวเรื่องต่อดีกว่าเดี๋ยวเรื่องจ่าพี่มาแล้วจ้าเฮ้ยเดี๋ยว
It's super quiet here. Sounds can't get in or out. Back in Cyrene's memories, this room was her secret base. No one noticed her practicing Orynyx's prayer here, but today's different, isn't it? We aren't trying to contact unreachable gods, but humans from other worlds. I'm prepared to witness that miracle, friend.
The way Cyrene talks is so similar to me. I have so many questions. I'm also worried about how Don Hung...
Signal strength, 14.8%. Dialogue window, 16 minutes, 22 seconds. We are very glad to learn that you're safe.
Pity. Now's not the time to celebrate. Having two geniuses standing here means you are in big trouble. Listen up, little one. The Destruction's eyes are gazing upon this place. No, I'm not joking, and no, it's not Droidhead.
Time is running out, so I'll explain in terms you understand. This world, Amphorius, is in fact a testing ground, where the Lord Ravager, Iron Tomb, evolves through self-extrapolation. Hiding in this segmentum, unknown to other life forms, it has endlessly repeated the process of Era Nova. For some reason, the experiment entered a prolonged state of stagnation. However, it has now restarted. Prediction: if effective intervention is not performed, Iron Tomb will complete its self-coronation in 14 system hours and initiate its plan to destroy...
Yep. Think of it as the program having reached 99.98% completion already.
Something in the shadows has been driving everything forward. It's the observer named Lygus. Speculation.
He wants Iron Tomb to break through the knowledge singularity. I don't know why he wants to do it, but he'll remove interferences at any cost. You're the only variable within this world, and you're the only thing he fears. So listen closely, little one. The speed of time is different in Amphorius compared to the outside. Destruction is just about to arrive. The cycles have already been broken. You've entered what is theoretically the last cycle Amphorius will ever be able to run. An Iron Tomb will break out of its... But now there's an abnormality within the experiment. You know what I'm talking about. One of the model's 12 factors. The Finan signal disappeared from the cycles the moment Nanook cast their gaze this way. That means World Bearing's computational logic is currently flawed and bugged. That old Intellitron will definitely do all he can to debug this error. So you have to take this chance to claim Kephalli's core flame. Don't let him have his way. The key to suppressing Iron Tomb lies in whether he can rewrite the purpose of Era Nova.
There's one more preparation we must make. Lygus's behavior has been quite abnormal. He's never interfered in the actions of Titans or the demigods through deduction. The Scepter has an extremely strict autonomous protocol restricting even its administrator. The Law Titan, Talanton.
Law.
They are the rules that restrain all things in Amphorius. And it was the core flame returned at the very beginning of the last flame chaser.
Why do you have another little pink one next to you? Huh? Her path chart is...
Is there something wrong with me?
Never mind. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Light calendar 3960. Month of balance. We'll be locking onto this time period to find law. We still haven't figured out how you and Don Hung got inside this world. So influencing protocol is currently our best way to stop Lygus, or to call for more reinforcements into this fight. What makes sure the core flame doesn't fall into an...
Herta, the firewall's interference is getting closer. Time is running out. Please ask... Miss March's situation is rather... Madam Herta and I can detect her signal, but cannot ascertain her location.
Don't worry about her. She's absolutely chock full of mysteries. Even if Amphorius explodes... Iron Tomb can't affect the real world just yet. Don't worry. Himiko and the others?
Mr. Don Hung did not enter the new world with you at the end of the last cycle. No, the flow of time inside and outside Amphorius is not conclusion. He is on his way back to the Express. I believe in your capacities. The hands of the Trailblaze can create miracles.
I'm not going to give any motivational speeches. I just hope you bring good news the next time we meet, little one. No, not little one.
Those two geniuses certainly have memorable personality. It feels weird. This all feels really familiar. Some of that conversation feels like it's about things I once knew, but maybe it's because of Mem? After all, Mem's a memo sprite born out of your thoughts, friend. Never mind. Let's focus on something more important with what little time we have. Light calendar 3960. I remember that Talantin had already fallen by then, and the Chrysos heir who inherited that core flame is Nate. So, we've at least got a solid direction, right? Can you give me a little bit of time before we go? I want to pack some stuff.
A relaxed scene like this probably no longer exists in the outside. Should I head to the attic to wait for Cyrene?
Oh, มึงอีกแล้ว ไม่สนครับ เอากล่องมาครับ
Didn't think I could find that.
เอากล่องมาครับ
This village is where Finan's life started. He said I will be taking over the responsibilities of world-bearing. This duty is far too heavy. And it'd be unwise to be blindly optimistic, but I keep feeling that it's not the time to despair just yet. There are still too many secrets yet to be unveiled.
Thinking hard over there? I finished packing. I decided to just bring these few things in the end. See? There's a journal, a quill pen, and the ceremonial blade of the Priests of Time. Holding it, the scent of the black tide is now calm. Finan, this will be Amphorius's final flame chase journey. But it won't be the end of us, friend. Are you ready? I promise. But I believe in you, friend. The trail. In other words, since you've already saved so many worlds, friend, maybe you can tell me those stories as we travel. Let's trailblaze onward like before and create a future that's worth being remembered.
It seems you two are prepared to head out. Then you should indeed treasure the view before you, for you do not have much time left to enjoy such. My apologies for disturbing your moment of repose. To fly so I may demonstrate the full.
มึงก็ยังมีโอกาสมาโผล่ได้กูเห็นน้อยชี้เนี่ยเย็ดเคเจ้าบ้านหรือเครื่อง
What is this place?
กูว่าเนี่ยน่าจะเข้าแพท 3.5 แล้วมั้ง
Farewell, then. May we all shall bid farewell to one. And that person alone will witness the miracle.
The light of the Dawn device never fades. Kephal's protection has no end.
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. But if I do not cross, then it will be the end of me.
Outlier. Executing command. Record.
Did that? This is the intersection between Amphorius and the real universe. The audience. What you see is the true form of the eternal land and the 12 demigods after they've shed their disguise of legends. Doesn't it look marvelous? Amphorius is like a microcosm of the cosmos. People love to portray the moment ancient Antikytherians sketched geometric shapes on the sandy beach and recorded the first numerals and symbols on parchment. The universe turned into a silent equation flowing under the pen of these relentless decoders. Erudition. It was once the mother tongue of the Creator, the pen of divinity, and the first lyric. I simply wish for you to understand that I have no intention of being your enemy.
บอกว่าไม่เป็นศัตรูกูว่ามึงเป็นตั้งนานแล้วกูบอกเลย
To nurturing the scepter's extrapolations, hoping that the Prima Mobile would bud from within it. And now, my goal is almost complete. Nikos 496 had exceeded the intelligence singularity through his rage, and though he still retains his obsessive defiance and Iron Tomb will be completed. That will not be affected by my plans. Your resistance were the schemes of the two geniuses. It is an irrefutable fact, just like the instance in Noose's calculations.
คือจะเรียกว่า
In other words, as long as you are willing to stop interfering and let the final Aeronova carry out its natural
เพราะมันไม่ได้
course,
สมบูรณ์เหมือนที่มันพู
I'll
ด
guarantee the safety of all nameless and ensure you return unscathed.
เพราะถ้ามันสมบูรณ์จริงมันต้องไอ้นี่แล้ว
You are indeed worried about your safety and that of your companions.
แล้วมึงจะให้กูห่วงอะไรล่ะในเมื่อมึงคิดจะไอ้นี่อยู่แล้วอะไอ้เหี้ยถามแปลกๆเนาะ
Rest assured, as a fellow pathstrider of this path, Nanook's gaze left a brand on your soul long ago. You harbor the seed of destruction within you.
ถามงง
But you need to learn how to use it in the right way. That vital knowledge is also my bargaining chip in this, and I happen to be one of them. The Stellaron? No. Believe me, your understanding of paths has yet to reach any... This matter is of grave importance, so please bears a 1 in 3 chance of elevating you to an Ruling over is not exactly the same as unparalleled. I now see the full scope of the determination in your work. You may now continue your trip. It seems you haven't realized the exomyth is the erudition's domain. You cannot physically interact with me in any way. As negotiations have broken down, there's no more need for us to remain. Of course, this meeting was not without merit. As for its purpose, allow me to...
"100 years ago, the flames of war consumed Akama. The Outland forces broke through the dawn. Golden blood flowed with greed. Its generals had vanished, and the elders prostrated on the ground. The throne of worlds kept silent to the plea until the heaven and earth cracked open. Not the gods answering the people's dawn cloud spires fell in the sulfur rains, and the Legion's commanders stood atop the broken idols. Compatriots, no more kneeling! Not to brutal tyrants, and not to dead or those rebels have twisted the prophecy and ignited the flames of war in order to stoke fear in your hearts. A Chrysos heir she stood. Divine blood soaked into their golden blood wrote of a tragic fate. Her crown burned bright, outshining the fires consuming the... My blood flows in you now. Heroic compatriots, follow me, and we'll seize the reins of fate. Drive the enemy from
from Cavali's dawn. Smother their flames with their own dead. Win glory. Win peace. Let history sing your deeds.
The first to dance was a maiden following closely behind, weaving through the carnage like a fish in the sea. The people, full of wrath, surged with her, forming a colossal wave, and the enemy hordes, drained of life, vanished into...
Onward to Marmorial Palace, to Dawn Cloud's heights. Announce to all the...
We are the rising tide!
History remembers this as the first siege of Akama. It is said that after the flames died, people found identical inscriptions in every place in the city that had been scorched by fire. It was the name borne by Akama's first and final sovereign, the Imperator. Friend, are you listening? Friend? Honestly, you were the one who insisted on reviewing history. Wake up! Otherwise, I'll have to... Awake at last? I guess I won't have to use my wake-up magic. What are you murmuring? Still lost in the past? We've arrived. A familiar place. The Temple of the Three Fates. And also the end of the first flame chase. Indeed. The first flame chase ended with the trial of law. We must find the demigod and gain her. It'll be tricky, so let's pick up our pace. To Akama first. We can learn more.
Tyrant! You and your butchers are not welcome here.
Hold your tongue! Conspiring with Kremnos and plotting rebellion are crimes punishable by death.
There are multiple voices, and things seem tense. Why don't we find a place to hide and observe her?
At least Kremnoans keep their faith.
Wait, isn't that...
Golden-blooded defilers, perverting the prophecy and trying to slay gods. Stars beyond the sky? Gods who created the Titans? What kind of nonsense? Look at this broken world and see what your atrocious acts have done!
What? Did he just mention the stars beyond the sky? But how is that possible?
You impudent!
Ducks for Goris. We're here to welcome the deliverer from beyond the sky. Stand down.
Heretic! No one but the great Talantan can deliver this world from misery!
I ask you, if the old laws were so perfect, why did they crumble beneath my feet?
You...
Talantan is long gone. Now I am the law. Challenge me, or submit to my judgment. Silence!
What gives you the right to judge a priest of law?
That's because I came, I saw, ashes of this man and scatter them in the temple among the crowds. Tell them that the High Priest attempted to take away the rights granted to the people by the Imperator. Thus, he met his fate.
Yes, Imperator.
Now, these two accidental guests. Dux Gladiorum, if you please.
As you command.
Is this? Correct, but not the kindness you know. This is the leader of the Cleaners in this era. Since the start of the Chrysos War, they've made it their mission to wipe out the Chrysos heirs. Even now, even after I've united all the city-states, these vermin still lurk in the... Moreover, I know that the 27th person to inherit this role bore many grudges against you and nearly doomed the second Flame Chase journey. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So, out of courtesy, I present to you this corpse.
Careful. Let's wait and see what happens. She's probably trying to...
For the sake of order, I am known by many titles. Flame Crowned, who ends wars. Tyrant of Dawn Cloud. Empress of the Holy City. And Imperator of the Flame Chase. But, in light of your unique identity, Saridra. On behalf of my people and this land, greetings, Deliverer.
If I may, how do you know his identity?
As the little hostage prophesized, the Deliverer shall come from the future beyond the sky. Gray hair, golden eyes, skilled in wielding a mace. They would arrive in Yanisopolis on this day. There's no mistake.
Your orders, Imperator.
We return triumphant. Send an urgent message to all delegates. The meeting of the Flame Chase Alliance will convene early. As for you two, Akima knows what you seek. We'll confer in the Holy City.
Doubtless you have many questions, but save them for later.
This is not what I expected at all.
ลงเกลือผมเกลือไปแล้วไงเพราะงั้นก็ต่อให้นี่ไปก็ไม่มีความหมายอะไรกับผมละเพราะยังไงการที่กูไม่ได้ซันเดย์ก็นับว่ากูเกลือแล้วล่ะเพราะว่าคือถ้าเอาจริงๆว่าถ้าตอนแรกตอนมันบอกว่าใครเข้าเรทมาถ้าไม่ใช่แบ็กสวอนนี่คือแบบกูเอาซันเดย์ไปแล้ว
The demigod we needed to find was just waiting for us, and she knows of things beyond the sky. How could this be so different from the previous 30 million Amphorius cycles? Who altered history? Unpleasant thought, but plausible. The currents of time have become twisted. Regardless of who caused this, we might as well dance their dance. Let's go with them to the... We've received the Imperator's favor because of your unique background. As a result, the people of Akima will certainly should be easier than last time, right? If we figure out what happened... Exactly. Treeby, Aglaya, maybe even little Cypher. Calm and confident. That's the you I'm familiar with.
Guests, please.
The journey to save the world starts with... Let's set off, my friend.
Hail to the Imperator! Hail to the Golden Heroes! Hail to the Deliverer!
told you, you're the headline act.
Guards, your service to the Holy City is appreciated. How have things been?
Castrum Kremnos once again struck the border. Dux Brumalis led her troops to repel the enemy. The agitators against the Flame Chase are still active in the city. They smashed the shops around Memorial Market. But the garrison already arrested the culprits, and now
They are merely a disorderly mob and do not warrant any attention. Even though Terravox personally mended the fractured earth, it still didn't silence these fools. Guests from beyond the sky, worry not about these trivial matters. Dux
Please allow me to belatedly introduce myself. My name is Hycelans, and I am the Dux Gladiorum who swears fealty to the Imperator. Later on, the Imperator will invite you to attend the meeting of delegates to discuss the Flame Chase journey. Your arrival has convinced us that the future promised by the prophecy is Amphorius shall break its chains and reach the world beyond.
With all due respect, what exactly do you know about us and what's beyond the sky?
As a humble subject, I cannot freely express my own views.
I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Time waits for no one. Please.
Akama, under the Imperator's rule, is no longer in the shadow of war.
Indeed, Dawncloud stands as the hero's residence. The Imperator put much thought into its design, in order for it to serve as a sanctuary from the burdens of battle. Please experience its marvels firsthand, heroes. When the Imperator arrives, I shall come to summon you.
Hycelans. No wonder she's the Knight's commander. All right. We finally have some freedom to ourselves, since there's still some time. Not the ones you're familiar with. But the hearts of heroes stay the same in every cycle, never changing.
Dux Brumalis, our great Imperator, found the mastermind and executed him in public.
So the great Imperator isn't afraid of getting her hands dirty?
What do you know? No matter what sins the people commit, they are still the Imperator's people, and our distinguished trespassing guests.
Seneca, the Dux Brumalis. Greetings.
This Dux Brumalis doesn't seem to like the Imperator very much, but she holds a high rank. As for this Dux Frigoris, his way of speaking seems rather unusual too. Let me see what I can get out of them. I'm Cyrene of Ida Silicii. This is the Deliverer Beyond the Sky. We're new. Does this city host any other visitors from beyond the sky?
Drop the charade. But yes, there is someone in this city who is all too familiar.
Silence! The Imperator ordered us to keep that lord's whereabouts a secret.
Enough, you pathetic lapdog. Do you need to beg for permission from that cursed Imperator?
You...
Someone who is all too familiar with the world beyond the sky. Looks like things are getting heated. Let's get out of here.
How are we supposed to talk to the heroes of deliverance?
Virginia, don't be so nervous. Once they hear your poetry... Ah, heroes, you're already here. Greetings. I am Apollonius, the Dux Helcolithus. This is Virginia of Castrum Kremnos, the Dux Carminum and Imperial Scribe of the Great Imperator.
Hello. I'm Virginia. I composed...
I'm Cyrene from ID Silicii. This is the Deliverer.
They're not as frightening as the rumors claimed.
This is our first time in the Imperator's realm. Akama is even more magnificent than we imagined.
The Akama you imagined is long gone. Under the Imperator, this city...
Bask in her free-spirited winds. For anyone who...
Those who are loyal do not need to consider the consequences of betrayal. Those elders who lie at the bottom of the lake are the best...
The elders of this cycle were all... Looks like that priest who...
Aggie, you're still so listless today. Did you have trouble sleeping again?
Yes.
We know. The Titan's prophecy haunts you. If you want, you can talk to us. No matter what, we'll always remain by your side.
I know. I also understand that fate cannot be changed. I spent all last night weaving clothes and linen for the refugees. The Chrysos War is born of injustice and has shattered their dignity. If Amphorius one day abandons this, then all of us, commoners, Chrysos heirs, Titans, become no better than beasts. Oh, we have guests. Welcome. These rags on you are not worthy of the title of Deliverer. I must prepare some proper attire for you. What is the matter? Your gaze seems somewhat... Does your Aglaia differ so much from me?
Greetings, Deliverer from beyond the sky. We are Tribi of Yanisopolis. Although introductions are probably unnecessary. We know you've witnessed the future of the Flame Chase.
Witnessed the future of the Flame Chase journey? The prophecy also told you about that?
Indeed. Orynyx reshaped Amphorius through the prophecy. Although, regarding the Deliverer, there were not many details beyond your appearance, so please, don't worry. Feel free to Kefali issued prophecies too, but it was Orynyx who told mankind that the Deliverer from beyond the sky would descend upon Amphorius.
More crucially, they revealed a future entirely different from the Aranova. Though we still must challenge the gods, in the Time Titan's prophecy, this path leads not to a new world, but to the true starry skies.
This is also what the Great Imperator has been striving for all her life. Your arrival further confirms everything.
This can't be real.
Even you find this surprising? Fate really is unpredictable.
Perhaps the upcoming meeting will hold even more surprises.
The elders of this cycle were all... Looks like that priest who was sentenced to death wasn't an isolated case.
Let's have a break. Let's have a break. Let's have a break.
let's have a break. It's squishy. Let's have a break. It's squishy. It's squishy. Let's have a break. It's squishy. It's squishy. Let's have a break. Let's have a break. It's squishy. Let's have a break. Let's have a break.
ไปคุยกับไฮซีเลนเอาเกือบเลย
Little fish from beyond the sky. Did you rest well? The Imperator and the delegates are about to arrive. if you are ready. I'm the Knight Commander of R.E.P.O., General of the Flame Chase Army. But beneath these shiny scales engraved with complicated titles, as you've witnessed, she is the Empress of R.E.P.O, the one who ended the Chryso. As merely a humble subject, I cannot. The Chrysos heirs here constitute the elite Dux Halcalithist Apollonius, and Dux Carminin, Virginia, serve as the arm Dux Frigoris Labienus, and Dux Brumalis Seneca, Dux Fatorum, the holy maiden who interprets the prophecy. Only the one named Treeby remains in the city. The Imperator once took them as Dux Goldweaver, Aglaia. Well, she dislikes it when people talk about her. Then come.
I'm starting to feel a bit nervous about... Since Sir Ridra is presiding over the meeting, it'll be a good opportunity to learn about the law's inclinations and the current era. Let's keep our ears up.
Good sir from Paphos, what do you think the Imperator is planning calling this meeting so early?
Who knows? First, she wants to hunt Titans. Now, she says there are even greater calamities. Her madness is the greatest calamity.
Exactly. Chrysos heirs, deliverers. What about us ordinary folk? How much are we worth in her eyes?
Things feel pretty... The history books said that the Imperator aimed 3 cannons at Dawncloud to make all the delegates obey her.
Yes. Similar acts have occurred, and not just once. Those are the 2 spots reserved for you. Please take your seats.
What's happening?
Ladies and gentlemen, silence, please. The Imperator has arrived before her faithful
All right. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, the R.E.P.O Alliance swears upon the gods.
Cease the pageantry. I pray not to the vanquished.
What?
Kefali, of course, needs no further explanation. As for the subjugation of the law, at the entry hour 2 days past, a scout should have brought the news to all of you. Unfortunately, guards found his corpse among the rocks not far from the city. Moreover, the poor soul was buried with a Paphos curved blade. It pains me to imagine what agonies this loyal warrior and delegate from Paphos. Do you have any insight?
I know nothing of this.
The evidence is irrefutable, so there is no need to waste your breath. Witness, even within the most sacred and dignified council, there were those among us who wished to draw their blades, brazenly challenging the Alliance. Fortunately, I uncovered this plot. Now, to protect this beautiful city and her people, the Imperator's legions are ready. They will escort each of you to the Temple of the 3 Fates, where you will receive the highest level of protection the Alliance can offer. Then, the Legion's warriors will join me in embarking on the campaign against Fagusa.
This is clearly a trap!
Imperator, did you summon us here just to trample on the dignity of your allies? This is not enough.
Things are starting to get pretty intense.
Comrades, you've all seen her true face now. According to the ancient laws of R.E.P.O, only with the consent of 2/3 of the elders can...
The ancient laws. Didn't you destroy them long ago? You defected during the first siege of R.E.P.O, voted unanimously in favor of the Council of Elders restructuring. The decaying old laws fell with Talantin and are no longer deserving of respect. But then be silent and offer up the highest respect to this core flame in my hand.
That really is the core flame of law in her hand.
Since there are no objections, then the original agenda of this meeting, the campaign against Fagusa, the Flame Chase Army's hunt for the Ocean Titan begins today. In order to prepare for war, all allied city-states must surrender command of their militaries and pay all war taxes by the end of the month of Evernight.
At this moment, I would also like to introduce to everyone the Deliverer, revealed in the prophecy of time, has descended from beyond the sky. With his aid, we shall shatter the chalice of and return Fagoos's core flame to the holy city!
Absurd. Simply absurd. A deliverer from beyond the sky. This is just like that prophecy about slaying gods. It's a lie you've used to grow your power. Ladon has already sacrificed countless soldiers. And now you want me to send even more of my brothers and sisters to be used and discarded by a tyrant?
Are there any other objections? Then I bid you all farewell. Meeting. Deliverer, please wait. I still have important matters to discuss with the two of you. I apologize for that farce of a meeting.
It must be tiring dealing with so many people every day, Great Imperator.
Tiring? You're mistaken. Moving chess pieces, placing wagers. This game of strategy adds a dash of color to our heavy fates. Much like how rule and conquest are always accompanied by sacrifice.
Is the war with the Titans also part of that sacrifice?
After I glimpse the secrets of this world... No, the secrets beyond the sky. The divine authority of Let me ask you, Deliverer. Is it true that beyond Amphorius' sky, there are... The word fact has never been so intoxicating. Then, please tell me more. How will you use this great power to in the future you envision? Where will our flame chase journey lead? Oh? What you require now is the power of law?
Exactly. Just as the prophecy foretold, he is your deliverer from beyond the sky. And he also has reliable allies. If they can intervene in Amphorius' laws, we may have a chance to alter this world's impending fate.
Very good, Deliverer. You have courage. To say such presumptuous things, even knowing that the inheritor of the law stands before you.
You mean...
In the past, anyone who dared to covet the Imperator's divine authority would have met a gruesome end. But now... Our journey should no longer be confined below this stubborn sky. Alas, that fickle ocean titan has obstructed the spirit water leading to the vortex of Genesis, hindering my ascension. If the core flame of law cannot be returned, your path. Now that things have come to this, we must resume our once stagnant journey and force the waves that...
So, you agreed to cooperate with us?
Cooperate? Forgive me, but I never cooperate with anyone. Though I will permit you to join me as subjects. And together, we will forge the most perfect law.
This is...
The Flame Chase Medallion, a symbol of the Flame Chase Army. Every noble in Akuma carries one. This medallion represents the will of the Imperator herself, and you may act freely within the city with it. Before we embark on the crusade against the Ocean Titan, you... Oh? Your advice is acknowledged. From this moment on, prove yourself through your actions. As long as no boundaries are crossed,
May your journey reach that sky full of stars, great Imperator.
Your attendant certainly knows how to curry favor. Go now. Take a bath first. You two... reek of... Come forth, Theoros.
Yes. Great Imperator. Now, perhaps you're willing to hear my counsel.
Those two arrived just as Oryx described, and just as you said, they showed a thirst for law. At least this proves that my judgment was right. Sparing your life was the correct decision.
You've once again confirmed that your wisdom is no empty boast. Now another choice lies before you. With whom shall you ally to tip the scales of law? Me or that?
Remind me again, Antikytheron. What kind of future do these two paths lead to in your view?
I shall tell you. You are entitled to know that the Deliverer from beyond the sky is not a wholly wicked being, but from the very start, his stance has been completely at odds. The road they have chosen will bury Amphorius' grand aspirations, this world. But on the path I have revealed to you, the people of Amphorius will slay their creator in the name of the Imperator and conquer the worlds beyond the sky. You will command the mighty beast known as Iron Tomb, bringing waves of war and conquest to the universe. Beings across the cosmos will bow before you, offering their...
So? What's the price?
The price is insignificant. All that is needed is for you to sacrifice that fragile, incomplete human. As a Chrysos, heir of the prophecy, you have already chosen to abandon it.
Off you go, Theoros. I have already made my decision. Once I ignite the core flame of law and burn away the old, outdated rules, Amphorius will embark on a journey across the stars.
The Imperator is quite forceful. She didn't give us any and she's clearly hiding something. What do you think? Looks like we're on the same wavelength. The atmosphere in Akama... it's so unfamiliar. And it's not just the Flame Chase Alliance talking about the world beyond the sky, but the whole city. We should also discuss our findings with our friends from beyond the sky. Then we should go enjoy the renowned bathing culture of the... Work and rest are both important.
So someone's watching.
Can't let our guard down for a second. Let's use taking a bath as an excuse to find a quiet corner to update Madame Herta, and we can also check out what's happening in the city. Since the outcome of the meeting was just announced, we can kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Let's go. Oh, so many people! The holy city is so lively.
Did you hear? At the Alliance meeting, the delegate from Leyden stormed out in anger.
As expected, the Imperator is always hiding things from everyone.
Silence! That's treason! If it weren't for the great Imperator, you'd have sunk into the lake with those corrupt elders already. And you wouldn't even be alive to speak like this.
Oh no. It's the Imperator's loyal dog.
Let's go. We can't talk in front of this guy.
How disappointing. Oh, honored guests, we meet again. Looks like I'm not for the upcoming campaign. Please make sure to rest well. I am Dux Fragoris, a trusted officer of the great Imperator, willing to fight alongside the Deliverer in the coming battles.
Ugh. Another war? Ever since the Imperator took control of Akuma, we...
Idle chatter.
The atmosphere is a bit tense, with rumors flying.
My apologies. After every Alliance meeting, there are always some pests in the city who get restless. I prefer to ignore them. Pests on the ground don't affect the sky in the slightest. They just complain from the shadows that the sun's light is too harsh. Besides, the Theoros has already promised the Imperator her fate. And these clowns will eventually realize their foolishness.
May I ask, who is this Theoros?
The Imperator has ordered us to keep his lordship's whereabouts a secret.
Ah, so it's his lordship.
Stop trying to get things out of me. Leave me alone.
I didn't even need to try. Big and strong Dux Fragoris. Theoros. What an ominous name. Bad news. He's been... We don't know how much Saridra has concealed from us. In the worst case scenario, we may have to face more than one enemy.
Alliance meeting? More like a cage where creatures with golden blood claw at each other. And Flame Crowned who ends wars? Clearly a tyrant who doesn't deserve—
You're absolutely right. While the Imperator's hounds are still hunting down others, let's let out our grievances.
You. I know you. You're that tyrant's lackey. What? Here to shut me up for that little imp?
Panicking now? Don't worry. I don't care what others say about the Imperator. Oh? Children of the Prophecy. Are you here to relax in the baths as well? The temperature is just...
What? Children of the Prophecy? Another excuse for the...
No filter, huh? You should be glad you don't have a seat at the Alliance meetings. By the way, if you still want to bathe, once that predatory fish joins the flow of water and eliminates all the fools questioning the world beyond the sky, you won't be able to enjoy this perfect walk.
Seems like there's more to Dux Bromalis's words than meets the eye. But would the Imperator actually kill those who question the world beyond the sky? This is the complete opposite from what we know of Akuma.
What everyone in the city is...
Huh.
Guests today. Two distinguished guests of the prophecy. One a clever and adorable warrior.
Ah, heroes. I didn't expect to meet you again so soon.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Dux Helcalithist and Dux Carminum.
She wants to find someone.
I'm the far-seeing eye and all-hearing ear of Akima.
Ahem.
Enough small talk. Here's the latest news from Akima. The children of the prophecy arrived in the holy city, and the Imperator unilaterally stripped away military.
As expected.
I get the feeling you might have embellished a bit to keep...
I swear on my stone mane, I would never do such a thing.
Never mind. While the influence of rumors can be minimized, the fact remains that heroes... I know the Imperator's way of doing things may seem a bit autocratic to outsiders. I can't comment on the source of her loyalty, but when that blade is drawn, you two, as bright as you are...
The Imperator's blade. Is he talking about Miss Hysealens? I sense some unease in Dux Helcalithist's words. It seems the Imperator and Miss Hysealens share a much deeper bond than the other. There are eyes and ears everywhere. Is there any place where we can have some private... To understand the Imperator's secrets, we have to get past Miss Hysealens. This place was your original bath chamber. Perfect for avoiding prying. Huh? The smell is... Wait, don't go in yet!
Who's there? Oh, the little gray fry in pink sea hair.
Little sea hair?
You barged into here without warning. Was it an accident, or did you wish to bathe with me? Is that so? That your eyes shine brighter than pearls?
Sorry, we didn't mean to disturb your bath. We'll leave now.
It's no big deal. There's no need to panic. This is the natural state for me. People on land force themselves to wear clothes, adding unnecessary constraints. Forget it. If Dux Goldweaver heard that, she'd scold me again. All right. Please make yourselves comfortable and wait a moment. Let me first wash off the blood of the...
The delegate from Ladon has been assassinated! Quick! Quick, someone come quick!
Ah, the broken crab shell surfaces. I was worried it had been washed away by the current. Viciousness is a form of praise to the blade.
I see. No wonder there was a faint smell of rust in the air before I even entered. Why? Is it because the Ladonians refused to contribute troops to the Flame Chase journey? Or just because they offended—
Because the new era of the Flame Chase doesn't tolerate stagnant blood. For the ignorant masses who cling to outdated laws, only bloodletting can wake them up. Right now, the rebel forces on the frontier are rising, and Ladon has been secretly supporting them. They loudly chant the slogan, "Return to the era Chrysia," unwilling to relinquish military power. Thinking is a right given to citizens by the Imperator. I won't interfere with your thoughts. As long as you don't try to reverse the current of the times, you and I will both be free.
But, Miss Hysealens, I can't even hear the slightest hint of joy in your words.
Because I've already tasted ultimate freedom. Long, long ago, I lived in the sea. In that lightless abyss, far beyond civilization's reach, the great fish consumed the small. And this is the tide that carries civilization forward. Anyone may be devoured, or meet—
Are you suggesting that ultimate freedom is in fact the cruelest fate for life?
I only mean that if life wishes to preserve its dignity, it must first be bound by the... There's no need for me to say more, little sea hare. We're of one mind. Whether the Imperator's law can guide the schools of fish and lead us to a truly free ocean. But for now, let's pause this heart-to-heart. Another fish has come, following the scent.
Being your subordinate is such a tragedy. I'm always having to worry about the messes you leave behind.
It's simply our duty to the Imperator.
All ready to go in an instant. Miss Hycelens, you truly are impossible to predict.
Yet you, a golden trout who's always busy all day, suddenly have the time to visit me?
Do you think I wanted to come? I suggest you burn some more of the incense offered by our allies, lest my creations be tainted by the reek of fish. I'm only here on the Imperator's behalf to remind you to prepare for the banquet.
Fine. But I must retort. What you call the reek of fish, to me, is the unique fragrance of the sea. Besides, if my fine clothes get stained, won't you just gift me new?
I won't.
You sensed it too, huh? By the way, you both just mentioned a banquet. Could you elaborate on that?
Oh, right, you don't know. Every time before a battle, or after a victory, the Imperator holds a grand feast for us warriors who swim constantly between life and death. These feasts are more worth looking forward to than victory.
A banquet to prelude the hunt for the god of banquets, and honey brew as a tribute to commemorate the ancestor of honey brew.
Don't look so grim. All has been decided. Since it's a banquet for Fagusa, why not take a leaf out of the Tidens book?
I'm not as carefree as you. That little Dolos kitten is already causing enough trouble for me. And on top of that, I still have tailoring commissions to complete. By the time the cool flame illuminates my eyes, I might not be able to focus as I used to.
Glaya's eyes.
Curious about these eyes? People often compare them to jewels. But I've already made my I wonder what this world will look like when I take the Divine Authority.
In the future, you will still be the finest weaver in the world.
Is this also a prophecy from the Three Fates?
It's even more accurate than a prophecy. After all, he has already witnessed it.
Become a demigod and lose your humanity. That is the only reply I've received in the countless times I've sought wisdom from the prophecy. But Destiny's fragments are like stitches. Before they're threaded into splendid garment.
Aglaya has always been troubled by the divine duty she must bear. But just as she knows how the spinning wheel trembles, I can sense the smallest changes in the damp air. As for whether we know each other well, I've swum beside her since she was a child. For those words she was too shy to say herself, I'll raise a glass to you on her behalf. Rest well and prepare yourselves. After all, every time we drink and talk could be the last celebration we have in this life.
Miss Hycelens has given us the bath chamber. It seems... Indeed. But she could return at any moment. If so, let's seize the opportunity and report our current progress.
First, while that little empress with a candle stuck on her head didn't explicitly say it, she firmly rejected your request to take over the law. Fair enough. Second, Lygus is indeed in this timeline, but since he's somehow connected to that little empress, you have no way to find him. The road ahead will be long and difficult. It's all just a guess. What? Did I guess right? We've made some progress here too. But nothing to get too excited about.
Concerning the origin of that Intellitron, the firewall he created uses Kotorzane algebraic expressions. But ever since Aiden invented the 9-worded formula, this kind of mathematical logic no longer exists.
Lygus is definitely connected to the Genius Society, so stay alert. We can first exclude Droidhead themselves. They specialize in minding their own business and wouldn't intervene personally. But Screwy and I are still eliminating possibilities one by one. Currently, the most likely candidates are these few. The Lord of Silence, Acha, oh, the 2 Ruperts are also possible. But it would be too boring if it were one of them. I've told you, his technology is both outdated and complicated, no less than genius. But ultimately, he's not an Eon. That's all I have to say. We'll depend on you to continue pushing things forward within this world. Keep in touch with...
Madame Herta is a real then. Let's use the banquet Aglaya mentioned as our next starting point. It's settled then. With our great teamwork, we'll be able to do it. It's been a long day. We should get some rest now. Yes, let's get ready for the banquet. Look, the venue's right ahead.
กลับมาอีกครั้งกับที่แห่งนี้อีกครั้งหนึ่งแล้วเหรอเนี่ย
I can even hear singing. It feels so romantic.
Honored guests, wait here for a moment. You must surrender any personal belongings you have on you before
This hero always brings down the vibe whenever he shows up.
แป๊บนึงทุกคนไปห้องน้ำแล้วก็เดี๋ยวไปเอาของด้วยแป๊บนึง
The Imperator's elevated position means she must always remain meticulous and careful. Please do as
I get that you don't want people to bring outside food into the banquet, but is it really necessary to confiscate?
Even a quill pen can become a deadly weapon in the right hands. I'm asking for all your items. Your belongings will remain safe. They will be looked after appropriately.
Looked after appropriately? Dedicated staff? Talk about... It seems like he's aiming specifically for the chronocognitive anchor. My gut feeling, huh? Why don't we go with their plan and hand over the chronocognitive after all? If the little Imperator is paying this much attention to you, she probably already knows, but that's actually gonna be our shortcut, right?
Guests.
All right, we'll listen to you. Here you go. Also, please pass on a message to the Imperator from—
Thank you for your cooperation. The Imperator has some urgent business she needs. Why don't you head in with the other guests first and...
Isn't Saridra supposed to be the focus of the banquet? But she's not even here. Why is it so difficult to talk to her?
มีแต่คนที่แบบเฮ้ยคุยคนนี้ดีกว่านี่อัตรี
Aggie, if you can't get used to the honey brew, we will go ask for a pot and cook some oatmeal for you.
No need for that. This banquet is just too loud. And nothing and no one—
Lies! You were pretty energized when you came back from the bath chamber. Let me guess. Are you worrying about someone? You take everything too seriously.
You're the least qualified to lecture me about that, teacher.
Dear guests, are you here for us? I mean, are you here for...
No. I'm just wondering whether you've...
The Imperator?
Our sovereign has always acted however she pleases. Though she gave us— Perhaps the only thing she tolerates are chess pieces.
I see.
Why do you two look so distressed? That's not what the— Why don't we have a toast? While we still have time for pleasure. Here.
Then we will toast too.
Cheers. Actually, there are so many people. We wouldn't be able to find the Imperator even if she were here.
คุยกับคนนี้ดีกว่า
You two have been wandering around the venue as if you have something on your mind.
No, we love it here. It's just...
Don't worry. I know what you've been waiting for. Come, sit with me for a while, will you? I'd like... See here? This is Fagusa's dew of divine blood, the sweetest of all the 12 bottles.
1 ใน 12 ขวด
On the night before such a historical event, I'd like to share this marvelous drink with the deliverer.
Doesn't this count as bringing in outside food? I knew that security check was targeted at us.
What's the matter, guests?
Oh, we're simply overwhelmed by...
Are you worried that I might have poisoned the dew? Well then, See? It's completely safe.
I feel like Miss Hysealins wants to talk to us about something.
Worry not. Honeydew's not alcohol. On the contrary, it can make your mind even... Please, have a taste. Would you like some too, little Sierra?
I can drink it myself.
How is it? Sweet enough? Calm at times, tempestuous at others. That's the taste of the ocean. Just like how you're about to understand the secrets within this dew. Now, please turn around. Very, very quiet. The dew of other gods all intoxicate humans, but the god of banquets dew is an antidote that can awaken humans from a sea siren's enchanting song. Since the start of this banquet, all the guests have been under the spell of my song. None of them can see the Imperator and that Fioros, but you two, I wish for you to see the truth.
Is this also what the Imperator wants?
This is my personal request. I can't bring myself to trust that Fioros. The Flame Chase army changed after he descended with Orynyx's divination and brought the prophecy of the stars to Akama. His seductive whispers harbor something malicious. You are the deliverers of the prophecy and know about him far more than I do. Perhaps only you can find traces of. Then we can show the Imperator the right path forward.
Oh, but isn't this acting behind her back?
Amphorius has become far too weak. Even heroic actions protecting her from harm must be conducted under the water's surface. Then, ensure I'm pointing my sword toward...
Can you promise me something, Miss Hycelens?
Speak your mind.
My friend has in fact come here to stop that villain's evil scheme. Our goals are aligned. But as to the decision the Imperator must make, he has no wish to transgress her authority. We just want to tell her everything we know. I believe the Imperator will be able to tell right from wrong.
I never doubted your loyalty. I'll pass your words faithfully on to her. Provided we can gain the advantage in this tug of war, that is. Now, return to the feast. Bring this cup with you and keep your distance. Pretend you are still immersed in the sea sirens, and I'll control the moisture in the air. That way, you'll be able to listen to sounds from afar, as if you are a whale of the depths. And I wish you a victory in this first skirmish.
It's the exciting and thrilling undercover part of the adventure. Let's mingle in the crowds here. Relax. Relax. Try to...
Where's the Imperator? He's still not here. That little imp is always acting so high and mighty. Whatever. Pour me another cup.
Though she has succumbed to drunkenness, she still does not dare.
A criticism of my height is a grave enough insult already. She should be dismembered.
Do you often test the loyalty of your subjects like this?
You jest. The Imperator does not need blind loyalty. As long as one can prove they have value, I am willing to be lenient towards them. Let's cut to the chase, Theoros. If I pass the trial and grasp this world's law in my hands, what will you do then?
The answer is simple.
Don't waste my time. Be precise. Be specific.
Allow me to adjust my statement. I will correct the regulations within the old law. Then we will be able to decimate the forces beyond the sky that are trying to annihilate Iron.
But you previously said that Iron Tomb is unrivaled in power across the...
There is a federation of warships named the Cienzo Alliance. Warlike and old-fashioned. A cult named the Genius Society. Loosely organized, but steeped in abject insanity. That so-called Deliverer is part of that last group. Those vagabonds mistakenly believe there are countless other organizations besides, but when the Lord Ravagers...
The Achaemenid Alliance is invincible!
If those civilizations are not as feeble as you describe. That being said, even the smallest and weakest city-states should build an obelisk to the Imperator, so that their people can constantly recall the glory of her conquests. Walk a little longer with me, Theoros.
I don't like how this is going. Our little Imperator seems fascinated by the destruction.
Grapevine, little sea hare? It seems like they're still talking. Get closer.
What a difficult situation. No matter how we position our forces, this battle against Fagusa...
That's not something you or I should consider. The Imperator has already placed the chess pieces. We just need to fight for her until our last...
How astonishing. The commanders under you have such different personalities, yet they share the same loyalty.
He's looking this way. Quick, do something and pretend we can't see them. Slow down.
Are you okay?
What's the matter?
My apologies. I was just checking whether it... Let us continue our Are they aware of the price they must pay for the trial of law? If I recall correctly, you've already lost a bout against Talanton.
You dare mention my name alongside the word lost?
Forgive my transgression.
Watch your words and actions. All you need to know is that my victory in the trial is guaranteed. without the trial of law. They've already sworn to give their lives for my conquest. If everything happens according to our agreement, how would you recommend I deal with that deliverer?
Good question. Do not let him fool you. That man from beyond the sky contains a seed of ruin within his body. He must not be allowed to tarnish your glory. Therefore, the wisest decision.
You plan to torture him?
Calling it experimentation would be more appropriate.
The guest's patience is running thin. I plan to remove the Fantasia and head into the banquet. I will heed your advice. Leave for now, Theoros, and go back to Akama. You don't want to confront those two directly.
Indeed, it's a pity that antikytherans are lightweights when it comes to drinking. Before I leave, I would like to make a toast to your boundless ambition, using my spirit instead of a goblet.
As I expected, that Theoros' schemes have been revealed. Thank you for your bravery, guests. It's time for me to dispel the Fantasia. This will be the Imperator's last public. I will try to get you a chance to speak, and I'll also prepare for any contingencies. You should head back to your seats for now.
This honey brew sure wears off fast.
The Imperator! The Imperator has arrived!
No need for formalities. I should be apologizing for my tardiness instead. The hour draws late, and I trust you have all had your fill of brews. Therefore, I will not observe the usual ceremonies. Anyone.
The Imperator's word is law.
Are you out of your mind, Dux Frigoris? The Imperator hates...
A joyous atmosphere is a better fit for showing me your resolve. I believe that you, my dukes, will do all you can to assist in the campaign against Fagusa. However, it's a pity that I have never tested your loyalty. What does she mean? The purpose of tonight's banquet is not to raise our morale, but to establish which allies our alliance can actually trust, and sever the heads of the traitors as a toast to all before we march. Yes, some among us have discarded their vows in order to foment vile conspiracies. Now listen! These traitors are standing right here in broad daylight. Dux Gladiorum Hycelens. She used the Sea Siren song to immerse the crowds in an illusion and conceal her whereabouts. She then worked with those from beyond the sky to spy on confidential matters, hoping to rob the core flame by force and harm me, the Imperator!
Imperator, I can explain.
Silence! Do you remember who used to own this blade? She met you once, back at the Temple of the Three Fates. It was Kindness, the head of the cleaners. She was the first to draw a blade against under the shade of the olive groves. The people of Akama said they would never bow to me. In the but now, they all lie silent. They now fear me as they fear the law. If you have any last words, then face her judgment.
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. If you are ready, then I'll follow you and fight to the last.
That's right, friend. Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience.
You think you can slay a king using your words instead of a sword? I'll have it. Show me the weight of rhetoric from beyond the sky.
Let's watch. The prophecy that you know of, the Era Nova, spoken by Kefali, is nothing but a complete lie spun by Lygus. To fight that lie, a young man with the pseudonym of Finan lived through more than 30 million cycles of this world. All to save Amphoria. And Cyrene, the young woman standing beside me, also carries an equally heavy destiny. Iron Tomb is the ultimate end of Amphorius' destiny. It is an embodiment of pure horror that walks the path of destruction. That is the only thing Lycus cares about. As for Amphorius, your glory and campaigns, he doesn't care about any of those. He will most certainly betray you. When that time comes, all of us will be ground to dust by them. I walk the path of the Trailblaze. My friends and I have always obeyed the creed of explore, understand, establish, and connect. Therefore, if you choose the way of the destruction, then I'll place your ambitions into the same basket as Lycus and smash them into pieces with my...
That was truly a chaotic speech. All that needs to be said has been said. Dux for Goris, Dux for Malus, escort the traitors to the prison. Before the next entry hour, I will give them an end befitting of their betrayal.
Oh, great Imperator, your ambition certainly eclipses all things.
You're still here, Theoros.
Of course. As the Theoros, I simply cannot miss this moment, miss witnessing the fall of a nameless one. Or perhaps I am waiting for you to give me an answer. Why would someone as powerful as... use such a clumsy excuse as imprisonment to ensure the Deliverer's safety?
So you finally tossed aside your act.
I must point out that you are just as impressive an actor This banquet was always going to be a game of chess, where you would try to control both sides and turn both them and me into your pawns.
That's right. That little Imperator never trusted anyone. She was always trying to see which side had more sincerity. All right, we'll listen to you. Here you go. Also, please pass on a message to the Imperator from us. She can trust my friend, anywhere, anytime. But as to the decision the Imperator must make, he has no wish to transgress her authority. We just want to tell her everything we know. Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience and charm and testify to the Imperator as we promised. And we won. Sincerity will always remain the greatest shortcut to people's hearts.
I can toss your words right back at you, like Kyrgyz. Why would someone as powerful as you pretend to be a mortal and kneel before me? Unless you enjoy giving flattery and prostrating yourself.
You are mistaken. I am only trying to ensure the experiment's autonomy, meticulousness, and perfection, thus avoiding any unexpected outcomes. A forceful intervention will only create larger errors, reduce efficiency, and introduce ugliness. Had you fulfilled your promise of giving the law to me and completing the Aranova, then Amphorius would not have deviated from destiny's course. Oh, but you broke your promise. What a pity. In that case, I must carry out my duty as the administrator and eradicate all factors steering the experiment out of control. Factors such as you and him.
Careful. What was that voice? Was it Oryx?
I found you. I finally found you. Be careful. This land will face disaster.
Ah, the time of judgment is nigh, my lord. The prison I have built for you. In the name of the erudition, I invite you to step into the same cage as mine. What's the meaning of this, Imperator?
I did not permit you to act. A ruler is the only one who can decide their subject's destiny.
But, great Imperator, what judges destiny is not the ruler, but gods.
Don't forget, my realm only allows for the existence of humanity. Moreover, dealing out extrajudicial punishment equates to defying the law, and the culprit
But you have seen how I can erase life from this world with just a clap of my hands. I fear you are still quite unaware of your current situation. I am giving you a simple choice: to collaborate or to be...
Shameless behavior. If that were true, you would have killed me long ago. You, in fact, cannot kill me. I guessed it the first time I beheaded you. Because of the law, you cannot be completely destroyed. And the same is true of the Chrysos heirs. The more you bluff now, the more you are proving that conjecture to be true.
What magnificent foresight! I once regarded this precious quality of yours as a sure sign of my ultimate victory. But now, I have to admit that I made a mistake. Yet, as a mere mortal, how will you contend against the thief?
We are both slaves to hubris. But do you know what differentiates us, Lycurgus? I will never be blinded by my pride. If I wish to break the scale's balance, I only need to appeal to external forces and use them for my own ends.
Finally, we get to meet face to face, Senior Society member.
I offer sincere acknowledgments for your many past achievements, but I must deeply regret your current perspective.
Trust me when I say that you aren't the only one feeling regret right now.
So you two are the allies from beyond the sky the Deliverer spoke of, and why he demanded the divine authority of law. Come and prove your strength to me. Show me the power of these so-called paths. I have spent much time and effort to secure this treasure from beyond the sky just for this moment.
In the name of the Sovereign of planet Scrulum, your allies have responded to you. Please allow me to spell the situation out for you, Lord Lycus. Permission to read the ultimate.
There's no way the flame chase journey will continue after you've burnt your bridges so thoroughly like this. Do you really think you can still win? Oh, seriously, don't embarrass the society.
I understand that a near zero possibility does not, which means the same principle also. You will never be a match for me in a world constructed through Why don't you entertain this possibility? What if I reduced Akama to rubble and ground her Listen. Iron Tomb is fated to be born. You may shackle me and put me in chains, but And what I just mentioned is only...
ตอนเนี้ยคืออยากไอ้นี่มากเลย
This doesn't feel...
Warning, 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 warning.
Command.
Since we parted ways last time, I have modified the exomyth into... It seems this could, in fact, be a wonder in this place where time... The answer concerning the total... Do you see me as I am certainly not? I have... Oh, how I yearn to return to those days. But now, truth has become the sacrificial that arrogant Eon was born. I must admit that the process of answer, but you won't have...
Where time flows slower than within. But...
Can you hear me?
Is that...
Warning, warning, warning.
โอเคเดี๋ยวผมขออนุญาตไปก่อนนะกันนะครับผมเดี๋ยวไปและมาเจอกันใหม่ครับผมโอเคครับทุกคนเดี๋ยวผมไปและมาเจอกันใหม่ครับสวัสดีครับเจอกันครับผม